inefficient operations, inaccurate counts, and a waste of human and financial capital. This is how we currently describe our business practices in the Center Plate Warehouse. My name is Madison Gianchetta, and today I'm going to be talking about the implementation of ActiveWave RFID at Center Plate. I'm going to begin by giving you a quick company overview of Center Plate and their practices, a recommendation talking about ActiveWave and how they operate, as well as their technologies that are available, going over a brief financial overview, some key risks, and a final conclusion. So let's begin by talking about Center Plate. Please turn to slide 2. Center Plate is one of the largest hospitality companies in the world. They focus on food and beverage supply of sporting arenas, convention venues, and entertainment centers. They have local venues in the area, such as Sun Life Stadium and Bank Atlantic Center, and their operations require a massive amount of inventory. And this inventory must be managed correctly in order to accurately meet demands and budget requirements. Please turn to slide 2. Center Plate's warehouse operations. Center Plate's warehouses hold beer, liquor, non-alcoholic beverages, various concession foods, and also paper products. Deliveries are made on a weekly basis throughout a sporting season, and they are huge. The warehouse currently employs 15 staff members, only one of which is salary and the rest are hourly. And these staff members spend the majority of their time counting and locating inventory. They are responsible to unload shipments, determine what is there, enter it into the warehouse, and also maintain an accurate count during operational seasons. There's a large amount of product waste due to excess shipments because many of Center Plate's items are perishable. Please turn to slide 3. I recommend that in order to achieve better results in our warehouse, we implement ActiveWave RFID. ActiveWave was founded in 2001 by veterans of the RFID industry. They are a leader in delivering full RFID solutions for inventory management and have been used by numerous Fortune 500 companies. They offer user-friendly RFID solutions that enable real-time tracking of their clients' inventory. Their system is made up of 5 primary components: RFID tags, an RFID reader, a field generator, program software, and a host computer. Let's talk about each one of these components in a bit more detail. RFID tags. These are perhaps the most important part of the puzzle. These tags have a small microchip embedded in them that allows them to hold a massive amount of data and be programmable so that they can be reusable for different items. This data can include not only the inventory's specifications, but also warehouse location, and in Center Plate's case, expiration dates. When these tags are entered into an RFID zone, they are woken up and they transmit the data to the RFID reader. The tags are operated on a low-power battery and equipped with a low battery alert. They are tamper-proof, and if someone should attempt to remove an RFID tag that has been attached to a product, it will sound an alarm to the host computer, and people will be able to instantly investigate the possible theft. And alerts can be issued for items found missing. Please turn to the next slide. Field generators and readers. A field generator is what is responsible for waking up the RFID tag. The reader is what actually reads the tag. Both of these are key components when operating an RFID system. Please turn to the next slide. Software and host. ActiveWave has user-friendly, Windows-compatible software. It can be programmed into most computers that are already in use by companies. And this software program can track and monitor inventory movement, location, and quantities. This software is what reports the alarms when tags have been tampered with or when a low battery is near death. They can be separated from an RFID reader by up to 1,000 feet. Please turn to the next slide. ActiveWave at Centerplate. ActiveWave will enable Centerplate to have greater visibility and control amongst their warehouse management system. They will enable Centerplate to have maximum visibility and real-time information for delivery. The system will eliminate manual counting, will increase accuracy, and it will also reduce warehouse labor. Product waste will also be greatly reduced because proper reorder points will be very precise, and therefore the minimal amount of products needed can be held in the warehouse. Inventory shrinkage due to theft will also be reduced. Please turn to the next slide. ActiveWave will also offer Centerplate a few indirect benefits: reduction of poor corporate audits, more accurate requests for corporate funding, increased transfer accuracy, and added competitive advantage. Corporate audits are very important for Centerplate. 3 times a season, corporate comes into the company and does a manual inventory count. If this inventory count does not meet what Centerplate has on paper for that particular venue, managers will get in trouble. They will be suspended, there will be write-ups, there can even be firings. Positive corporate audits will increase company morale overall. More accurate requests for corporate funding. Corporate allocates a specific bank account for each venue in which operates under their name. At the end of every month, a venue requests a certain amount of money so that they can meet budget requirements within their venue. Corporate prefers that each one of these accounts remains at a minimum, and that if you request a certain amount, that amount is used and no more and no less. Because if less of that money is used, that is money that could be allocated to other areas of the company. Implementing RFID will allow reorder points to be more accurately predicted and labor costs to be greatly reduced. Therefore, corporate spending accounts can be kept much smaller and more accurate. Transfer accuracy. Currently, Centerplate has paper transfers. Every time an item leaves the warehouse, it must be handwritten, signed off on by a manager, and then manually entered into the computer. RFID will allow immediate transit time. It will instantly tell our host computer when an item has left the warehouse, and it will increase the accuracy of where these items are going and when they have actually left. It will also increase the accuracy of concession stands inventory sheets. Competitive advantage. Centerplate puts in bids in order to become a service provider in venues. Increased efficiency could possibly lead to an increased amount of venues. Because when venues are looking at different service providers, they are not only looking at the bid amount. Venues receive up to 60% of service providers' net sales. And companies that operate more efficiently are more likely to have larger sales. Please turn to the next slide. A brief look at the financials. RFID is not cheap. It's going to cost the company an approximate $300,000 as an initial startup cost. RFID tags are a large portion of this. They can be purchased in bulk or bought in intervals. If bought in bulk, there are discounts to be seen. However, if the program is not successful, we will be left with an abundance of excess tags. The return on investment can be determined through the warehouse labor costs, product waste, and product shrinkage. The goal is to reduce all of these significantly. However, not all of the benefits from RFID can be put into a monetary value, and therefore it's impossible to give an exact quantifiable amount of the return on investment. Please turn to the next slide. The schedule. Implementation of RFID will take place during a venue's off-season. It must be done all at once because in order for the system to function correctly, it will need all of its necessary components. An outside vendor will be used for all of the installation of hardware, and Centerplate IT will install software because ActiveWave has a simple to integrate software system. The system should be fully implemented and employees trained by the start of the busy season, approximately 5 months from the beginning of the project. Please turn to the next slide. With any project comes risks. The primary risks involved in implementing RFID are cost, the reliance on one vendor to meet all of our RFID needs, and employee resistance. Yes, RFID comes with high costs, but as we've already talked about, the return on investment and the other benefits that Centerplate will see will outdo the amount of money that they must put in to implement the program. Reliance on one vendor. Now, this could create turmoil because we are putting too much priority on one of our suppliers. However, it could also be beneficial to Centerplate because ActiveWave has a full customer service program that's available 24/7. So they will always have someone available if the program should have flaws. And there will be only one vendor in which they need to receive all of their supplies from. Employee resistance. Employees are bound to not go for the change. But through appropriate training and adequate preparation, I feel that Centerplate employees will embrace the new RFID program. Please turn to the next slide. In conclusion, Centerplate is an industry leader. They are what competitors strive to be for. ActiveWave Technologies is the future of warehouse management. And Centerplate, in order to continue this competitive advantage, must stay ahead of the trend by implementing this program that will not only increase their efficiency, but their overall accuracy and profitability as a company. Thank you very much.